Back in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. Juicy J, welcome back to the neighborhood, bro.
Hey, man, what's
you
up?
You in here.
Back.
What's up, man?
Man, you in here, bro. Like our last couple interviews,
pony.
like we haven't been around each other
Nope.
in over a year. You know what I'm saying? But you always stayed next, loyal to the soil. You stayed next to the neighborhood, so we was able to get some Zooms in. But it just feels good to see you back in the neighborhood, bro.
Man, it's a blessing, man, to be here again. Man.
Hey, man, how
Seeing
crazy
y'all.
has that been? What was that year like for you that we were all kind of, going through it? And I'm talking about we still in a pandemic and there's, there's still slight quarantines.
Yep.
But what was that like, man, when it was like everybody was on this so-called lockdown? We wasn't seeing family. There were no events to go to. What was that like for you?
Man, a lot of smoking weed, man.
Yeah. Do you feel like you smoked more during the pandemic?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a party every day because I was always at the house. So it was a party every day.
What did you do every day at the house besides smoking weed? Because, you got to figure, man, as long as we know Juicy J and just the history, you've always been, the life of the party, around people. You know what I'm saying? People kind of gravitate towards you.
Yeah.
What is it like when you don't have those shows and you don't have, certain things that you're used to?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he was like, that's why I was smoking more.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it changed me though. But I feel like the pandemic made me a better person, man, because I started really realizing what's more important. When you're on the road, you're making money and stuff like that, and that's cool. That only satisfies the flesh. You know what I'm saying? The heart, that's the real deal right there. So it was great being around my kids, man, and I talked to my mom a lot on FaceTime.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it was we wouldn't. It's messed up. You know what I'm saying? That we ain't able to, was be able to touch our loved ones at that time, but. That's all I did, man, and I prayed and just, smoked. And,
As we move
You know what I'm
forward,
saying?
though, man, it's crazy because we'll look back and we'll say, man, well, you couldn't have taken a year off. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things where that pandemic sat us all down at the same time. And it wasn't like somebody was out working you. I mean, we were still working. And I always tell people, I say, man, if you didn't come out this pandemic a little better than how you went in, then you weren't focused on your next moves too. You know what I'm saying? Because we realized, bro, that it can all be taken away or it can all be moved a certain way. You know
that's
what
why
I'm
I
saying?
invested in core water.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
when y'all drink this, Juicy J gets a check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Hey, dude. Now, so are there any other investments that you have? If we drink, you get a. Are you in that Keurig thing too, or was it just core?
I was with I'm in the Keurig now.
That-
It started as core, but
And that's
then
that
they
little
came-
thing for the coffee?
yeah, coffee. They
Damn.
think they make toasters and some other stuff.
Yeah, he was
They
like,
make
man.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah, you drink a Dr. Pepper, I get a piece of that.
Right. Hey, man.
I got a
You know what I'm
Keurig.
saying?
Hey,
I got you.
I get a piece of that.
Hey, man, how important is it to stay like kind of beyond or outside of the rap game? Because, sometimes, man, if we just depend on rap money, that rap money, because we don't live in the days of, oh, man, you're getting royalty checks. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that the shows can stop. How important is it for you as a businessman to kind of be a little bit more diverse when it comes to things of that nature?
First of all, you got to save that money, man. You know what I'm saying? Before you buy that change, just put some away for a rainy day. That's what my dad always told me. And then, second of all, just, make sure you pay your taxes,
Yeah.
Like first, a lot of people don't pay taxes. Just make sure you pay those taxes. Then, invest in a little bit of crypto, a little bit of, dibble and dabble. Don't go crazy with it.
I heard
Get
that.
some real estate. It's always good to just have a lot of business, like just everything. Have your money everywhere. Don't just have it sitting in a bank or sitting in a shoebox.
Yeah. Or in your pocket because you
You
got to
gotta
have it
say-
look a certain way.
Yeah, or you're safe or whatever. Take it and invest it.
Is
Buy
that
some
something
land.
you learned, you knew earlier, you had to learn later?
I was around a lot of my family members that did stuff like
Right.
invest in land and stuff like that, and they just kind of schooled me on it. And when I was growing up, I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy me some land, buy some acres. But I bought like 4 acres, and I held on to them for a long time, and I sold 2 of them, and I built a house on another one.
I heard that.
And
Oh, we definitely got places
Damn.
to stay in. You know what I'm saying?
and-
You doing so well, we can all do well with you. Hey, man, what's going on with Juicy J? Artist, producer,
man,
extraordinaire.
working.
Yeah.
Even in the pandemic, I had a studio like right down the street from my crib, just going crazy. Still.
What's that? Why is that so important to you? And I don't mean like important where it's like, oh, I need to do it, but you one of them cats where I always say veteran and relevant at the same time. Like every person messes with you for years. You know what I'm saying? And then we look at today's rap artists as well, and you got your, you still got your imprint on what they're doing.
Yep.
Why is that important to you to not just be a fan of people, be a fan of you, but still be a fan of hip hop or the genre?
I love making music, man. I don't know what it is. It's just like if I'm at home, chilling, watching the movie, playing with my daughter, you know what I'm saying, taking her somewhere, a song will pop up in my head, and I just got to record it.
That's crazy, man, because we think that we've heard so many Juicy J influence hits that you had your hands on.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what we haven't heard.
Man, I got some heat, man.
So what's coming with you? What's coming with you right now?
Well, I just did something for the Fast and Furious. We did a record for them, me, Project Pat, A$AP Rocky, Skepta, rest in peace, Pop Smoke, he's on there too. And then I did produce Meg Thee Stallion's last album. I did 3 records on there. I got a lot of stuff, man. I got some stuff coming out with Dolph, Key Glock. I got a group out of Memphis, Tennessee. Project Pat's Kids.
Oh my Lord, how old are they?
19. They call Slick Mouth Click.
Oh my God, bro! Project Pat's Kids.
Yes.
Out of Memphis.
Yeah.
Hey man, and I'm pretty sure, Jay, you know a lot of people, and you know a lot of people, even some people that it's in the bloodline, and you could tell somebody that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't sloppily grab a pen and do cosigns for people like, nah, they next.
Yeah.
So they gotta be amazing.
Oh, they cold, man. 19. They Project Pat's Kids.
Yeah.
It's in the blood.
Yeah.
Man.
But sometimes we see things in the blood and we like, oh, Michael Jordan's son probably can't play like Jordan.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? But for you to mess with them, that mean that you saw something.
Oh man, amazing. Man. You're here.
How long before we do here?
Maybe in less than a week.
Damn.
They record fast, man. They'll knock out 20 records in a day.
Wow.
Like they grind it. You know what I'm saying? They really want it.
Hey man, and it's crazy that not that they got like a place where they can cut in line because who Pops is and who the influencers are around them.
Yeah.
But they do they understand what position they in?
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah. It's still a grind. Even though Juicy J, your uncle, Project Pat, your dad, it's still a grind. You know what I'm saying? We still got to get out there. We got to be on the internet. We got to be on the Snapchats and the TikToks and promote our music and promote ourselves.
Why is the grind important to you, man? Because you always show up.
Man, I love this. You know what I'm saying? If you really love music, you're going to love this. This is it too. This is the interviews, talking about what you got coming out next. This is fun. Meeting people, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I would have to say, I can name how many people kind of still like, man, see the importance of what it is to sit down and do radio. You know what I'm saying? And what the outlet is, what the viewers and the listeners and what those numbers really look like. Because sometimes, Juicy J, I'll sit down and I'll watch like people that we presented to the world.
Yeah.
I'll watch them and they want to come in and hang in the neighborhood or hang in radio. And then they feel like they get validated when they get these TV shows of other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you look at the way the things break down, my numbers are better. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like my numbers are better in radio and views and television, socially, everything. But they feel like they made it when they go sit down with somebody, that's on television or possibly a different color.
Man, my advice to any artist, do all the interviews. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go big, do all of them over again.
Yeah, man.
And you know what I'm saying? And then you go big again, do them all over again.
Hey, man, because you got to think at one point, bro, we just saw so many parts of your career that we could have been like, oh, man, that was a great run. That's it. You know what I'm saying? 3-6 Mafia, amazing. And to this day. But 3-6 Mafia, enough. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would love the success of 3-6 Mafia. Groundbreaking. You know what I'm saying? And then when it came to just Juicy J just as a producer, man, I would love to be just Juicy J the producer. Then the solo artist, I would love that. Every accolade. And you got to think when the Oscar popped, you guys are so far removed from the Oscar now that people don't even say Oscar nominated. We'll say it, but the Oscar's not even the big deal anymore because you're still popping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And we might get another Oscar. You never know.
And that's what you work for, though, bro. Like, I see that you put the work in. You know what I'm saying? And you're still hungry to what the game is. Because the best way to get knocked off your feet, man, is when you have your hands behind your head and your feet on the table and you relax, somebody just come and knock you out position. So you're a Pops once again. You just had a little one last year in 2020?
Yep. October 2nd. Yep.
Pandemic baby, huh?
2020, yep.
What was that like?
Man, it's beautiful, man. That's what life is all about, man. Like, I love music. I love riding around these nice cars and big houses and flying this jet over here. But that's good. But like that, like being at home with your family and just being able to hold your kids. And, you know what I'm
How
saying?
many kids do you have?
I got 2 kids.
Oh, you have 2?
Nice.
Yeah.
And they're younger? Like young?
Yeah, my daughter is 3 and my son is like 8 months.
Man.
When you guys were having your second, did you know that it was going to be a boy before he was born, or did you wait?
Oh, yeah, I knew before, yeah.
When you found out you were having a boy, because obviously you love your girl, it's your daughter. I know that she's super special, but having that boy too, was that a different feeling?
Yeah. I'm still celebrating right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still celebrating, man. That's a blessing, man. That's what life is all about. I'm telling you, man. Like, you know, if any of y'all got kids,
Yeah.
I had one
She just
2
had
months
her.
after you. I had a boy in December.
congrats. Well, you
Thank
know what
you.
it feel like. This,
Yeah.
it's like that's you know what I'm saying. That's what it is.
Hey, man, you lived a lot of life and experienced a lot of life before you had your first 2, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got, not the wildness, but you got everything out and you could be the best dad that you can be now because you're in a different place in your life?
I wouldn't say I got everything out. I
Right.
want to do.
but some of the stuff, like, you know, now you could pick and choose what the tours look like. You could pick and choose what the studio time look like.
Yeah.
And then just being, you know, younger and we able to crash the car a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then because I didn't have my first until I was 38. You know what I'm saying? But I had already got through like learning business, learning life, getting this person out your life.
Partying,
you know what I'm saying?
kicking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't want to say all that too.
Las Vegas each weekend.
Yeah, you know, you get that all out the way. Do you feel like man, it's better at this moment for you?
I mean, man, life is great, man. One thing about me, I never look at it like a lot of people may say, yo, you like you saying, did I get all my partying or whatever? I just go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything I did back in the day to now is kind of just how
And like, I'm still partying, babe. Don't get
you know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, I'm married, but like still at the end of the day, you know, me and my wife, we go out, we kick it, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is moving. You know what I'm saying?
and you
I
always
don't regret anything in the past.
a work in progress too, because you got to think, man, as many of the accolades that we can give to you, your kids don't even know yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to continue
Yeah.
to keep on putting these, you know, these wins on the board. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
your kids ain't tripping off of an Oscar or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we trip off of like, oh, man, that's Juicy J. Your kids, of course, that's just going to be dad.
Yeah.
But they haven't seen. I remember I had Lionel Richie, and I was speaking to him one time, and I was like, man, all the Grammys, all the AMAs, all the outrageous and everything that you've accomplished. And he was like, yeah, he said, I gotta keep doing it, you know, and he has been.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah,
saying
yeah.
like one time they was at the Bellagio and they have this light show, and he said his kids couldn't understand why their dad voice was coming out of this all night long out of this light show. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta constantly recreate and be creative. So you know,
Yeah. My daughter just told me the other day she wanted to go to one of my shows.
and she's 3.
Yeah.
Okay, would you let your daughter, and not even 3, would you let your 13-year-old daughter, you know, when in 10 years go to a Juicy J show?
Yeah, let her go to the show.
Really though?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, I wouldn't let my kids go to your show. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. I've been to your shows, bro.
And bands will make them dance.
yeah.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I'll do a clean show.
Really though?
Hilarious.
I don't know if I want to see that either.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
How?
I just need a kid. Yeah, how would Juicy J do a clean show?
I don't know. I'll just
Yeah,
figure it
yeah,
out.
yeah. You're like, big for your kids, I'll do it, man. You know, I hear that there's a great relationship with Logic, man. Logic is one of our guys as well, man. And Logic did one of those. I'm retired.
Yeah.
Then he unretired. You know what I'm saying? What's your relationship with Logic?
Man, that's my dog. Man. That's my best friend, man. We talk all the time.
That's crazy. He's a good dude, huh?
Real good dude, man. For
Yeah,
real.
and he don't mess with everybody.
No, he don't.
Yeah.
He don't mess with everybody, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Are you guys both obviously both into crypto, but do you guys have those conversations back and forth?
Me and Logic,
Yeah.
I don't think we ever talked about crypto.
Really?
We'll talk about that today. You know, just tell us like, hey man, I was with Big today, and Louis was asking me about cryptocurrency, and I said we haven't had that conversation, which we should.
Yeah, I'll definitely mention it to him.
Yeah. How did that relationship come together?
Like back in the day, I was trying to get him on a song, and my manager hit up his manager. He came by, you know, he was talking. He told me he grew up on the music, and you know, he liked the vibes, Project Pat, stuff like that, and we just made like 2-3 records that day, man, and we just the vibe, you know, it was just cool, we just chill, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes people leave it in the studio too. You know what I'm saying? Or they leave it on the workplace. You're like, you see people Jay that'll do a movie and it's like, man, we had such a great time doing a movie. Then when they say, that's a wrap, people don't talk anymore.
Yeah,
and you work with a lot of artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Do you keep a relationship with a lot of artists, or you just have so-called, some special relationships like the one with Logic? Because you can't be like that with everybody.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I talk to people, hit me up every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I don't really try to just focus on it. I don't really look at it like that. If somebody, if I'm hanging out with somebody in the studio or if I'm on the phone, I mean, to me, it's all love. Like, if I ain't heard from you in like 2 months and you hit me, Juicy, how you doing? It's still love.
Hey, man, you have a ridiculous beat, all right? And this beat is, that this is beat is going to go for whoever you give it to.
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion wants the beat. Logic wants the beat. Who do you give that production to?
I sent it to both of them.
Right. You can only pick one.
Yeah, seriously, I've done that before. I'll send it to both of them, and whoever jumps on it first wins.
Damn, really? So have you done that in the past where you sent out certain things and it was like, somebody beat you to it?
Yeah, it happens. It happens. You know what I'm saying?
Can you recollect a time that someone else lost on a beat?
And a record that we know that somebody missed out on?
I'm gonna keep that secret.
Right. Yeah.
Don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Right.
Yeah, let me keep that secret.
Don't want to tell nobody how they missed the bag.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man, when we were talking about core and we were talking about that Keurig stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you say you get the check. Have you heard that bag alert, major bag alert? It's some restaurant.
Yeah.
It sounds like Migos, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I think I heard it somewhere, maybe online.
are we missing bags? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at one point, didn't a restaurant or some chain, they were playing you guys stuff, and you hit them up. Who was it?
Arby's.
Arby's.
We working it out, man.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you know
Let
that.
me know.
Hey, dude, the way he answered it sounded like litigation. He was like, "Oh yeah.
Everything is love, man.
Right.
Love, man.
I heard that.
I love these restaurants. I love, man.
And we've been seeing a whole lot of verses, especially since we had the conversation when we were talking one time, and you was like, "Man, I love to do a verses,"
Yeah.
And I remember the name you called out was Pharrell. And did we say Outkast that day too?
I think we said 3-6 Mafia and I versus Outkast.
Versus Outkast. Has there been any movement on 3-6 Mafia taking on Outkast or anything closer to Pharrell and Juicy J versus?
Nobody ain't reached out.
Right.
I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying?
So, but you would do it.
Man, I'll do whatever. Let's go.
Really though, I love it, man. And it's crazy because when Versus first hit, we were looking at Versus, man, and that was another thing when I said with the pandemic, people learned certain things. They came out with a great thing when they started Versus.
Oh man.
And now where it's at now, it's monumental the way that it looked, the people that they're putting together. I love the vibe that they have with them now. You know, it don't seem like there's real tension right there. So I would love to see Outkast and 3-6 Mafia.
Man, let's do it.
Is 3-6 Mafia doing more shows? Are y'all getting together more? Are we starting to see more about 3-6 Mafia as a whole?
We got like a lot of tours and stuff coming up. We finna get some bags, man.
Really though?
We finna get some ching-chings, man.
So
crypto.
So why is that, man? Because we have been, wanting 3-6 Mafia for so long.
Yeah.
Why is it coming together now? Not personal stuff, but like, is it that time where you're like, nah, man, like people want to see us?
Man, honestly, back in maybe 2018, 2019, they had been coming to us about shows and doing a lot of shows.
Always, huh?
You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't doing them at the time. You know, I was moving around, doing my thing, doing this and doing that. And then my brother and my manager Ray, my cousin, kept calling me like, look, man, you smell a lot of money, man. You don't know why you do these shows, man. They pressed me. I ain't gonna lie.
But it had to be right though, huh?
It had to be right. And then I was nervous because I felt like okay, we're gonna do a show. What the first show gonna look like? Every time somebody called, I'd be like, all right, can we get these lights? I wanted to get like smoke machines and shit flying out the sky. And then they'd be like, oh, it's gonna cost too much money. And then I just I got into like my cousin handled all the business, but I was talking with my cousin. We was talking about this promoter, and I was like, yo, man, tell that nigga we got to get this and that for the lights, and we want this to look good. You know what I'm saying? Because I want it to be like, something big. It's 3-6 Mafia,
and,
you know?
And it has to be that, because if not, then you leave it alone. It's like, man, like I can't mess up the brand.
Yeah, and that's why I was so nervous about it. So I was like, I would tell these promoters, go to hell. All right, well, forget it then, man. Like, forget it, And then it'll go like another year or so.
What would the bandmates say though? You know what I'm saying? That's not possibly moving like Juicy J.
You know what? I honestly don't know, because I I talk to Paul. We talk on email.
Right.
Like, we really don't really talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really don't talk to anybody. There's no problems with that, but we just don't talk like we used to back in the day. So I don't know. I really don't know what they were saying. I mean, I don't know. But at the end of the day, like, they know me, man. I protect that brand to the fullest.
Say that.
I've always protected that brand. I stood by that group. Still do. 200 million%. We started something from the ground, from the mud up. So it's always been special to me. I never want to just sell it for cheap or just throw it out there. You know what I'm saying?
It's got to be preserved too, bro.
Man, for real.
Hey, man, do you ever look back at 3 6 Mafia, that legacy that you guys created?
Yes.
Do you ever feel that when people say, like, man, we talk about flowers all the time, and y'all get y'all flowers.
Yeah.
But do you feel like people really understand what 3 6 Mafia did?
Man, they don't understand. They'll understand sooner or later. One day.
Man.
But they don't. They understand some things, but they don't understand, like, all these flows, all the way that these artists now dress, a lot of things that we did. All that stuff was what we did back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Man. When we look at the way the crew was, the way they dressed, to tear the clubs up, the way and taking a city and a state and putting that on your shoulders, and everything that was that was looked at a certain way. Like, y'all look like y'all stepped on stage if y'all were just coming straight from the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looked so real, and it felt so real.
Mm-hmm.
And then it painted a picture where we probably didn't go to y'all home plate, but we knew, like, damn, that's the way we get down out here. Yep. That's the way we feel.
Right.
And then it turned into, like, us. Man, I don't even want to say it looked like a rock show, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the way that people would explode. And especially, man, when it wasn't a lot of light shown on certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you didn't have social media where you sent something out and it went all around the world.
Yeah.
By pressing send. This was one of those things, bro, where y'all were extremely groundbreaking, man. Exactly. 3 6 Mafia. And we in a genre, bro, where you hear today, gone tonight, and that's always been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you fast forward and you look at the many years, bro, and I can understand why you protect the brand.
Man.
I can understand why it means so much to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all built something that's everlasting.
How do you not let that put a chip on your shoulder?
How do I?
Like, people not recognizing, like how you were saying, they'll recognize soon one day. But everything with Big saying, how do you not get upset that people don't recognize it?
Oh, I don't let that bother me. I mean,
But how?
Yeah, let me know, because sometimes I trip off this radio chair.
No, I don't really trip on that, because I see it. It's happening.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, look at that Fast and Furious movie. When you hear that Project Pat, you know what I'm saying, come in, sicker and sicker. When you hear that, you're going to be like, oh, have you seen Fast and Furious yet?
No, man.
Shame on y'all.
Really? Now that I
Shame
know,
on y'all.
Louis seen it, but now that I know, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it's not going nowhere, and it's happening, and it's slowly, it takes time. I think everything takes time. I don't try to get into the, man, I'm such and such, I made up this, man, I did this right here. I could go all day about what I did and what
man.
But I sound like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, man, what's wrong with Juicy J, man? That nigga crazy. Get that nigga perky or something. You know what I mean?
Always patting himself on the back.
Yeah. But it's not all about that. You just keep doing what you're doing. If you great, it's gonna show, man.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and we
very
see it.
true. Yeah.
We see it. You know what I'm saying? Where's the Oscar at right now, bro?
Man, I got this little plaque room. I call it the plaque room.
What's in there?
Just a lot of plaques. I'm talking like probably 50 million sold. Just everything I've done, produced, wrote, whatever. And I got the Oscars and MTV Movement and a couple other things. I got some BMI awards, and hopefully I get some more awards.
Hey man, you will. Hey man, and so is there like you say, the plaque room, or that's just at one specific house?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Oscars at one. Do you ever still walk by and look at that? Because I remember years ago when y'all won the Oscar.
Yeah.
Y'all came in with the Oscar.
Man, we walked everywhere.
Dude, that was the
bathroom
first time I
with
ever. I'm going to tell you, and we had this conversation years ago.
Yeah.
When y'all won, we won.
Yes, we all did.
Dude,
Yeah,
I never was
seriously.
really associated with the Oscars, right? And I'm getting goosebumps now. When they called out 3 6 Mafia, everybody was at the house exploding.
Thank you.
Like,
man.
we won.
We won.
Yeah, and
Yes.
y'all took that Oscar everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
y'all were at
man.
the club like, excuse me, you got this?
Man, I got free food. I got into the strip club with it. I went everywhere.
Hell
with that
yeah.
thing, man. I swear, man.
that Oscar got a different lean now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's still the same. You know,
Right.
I kept it in a safe place. I didn't bring it out that much. When I got the plaque room, I was like, man, let me needs to shine in the plaque room. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, when you win an Oscar like that and it's multiple people, everyone gets an Oscar?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
dope.
Everybody walked away. Me, Paul, and Frazier Boy. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that. Juicy J in the neighborhood. All right,
Yeah.
now, Juicy J, I'm going to do something with you called For Real, for
All right.
false, for false.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions. If it's for real, all you got to do is say, oh, for real. If it's for false, then let it be known that it's for false. All righty?
Okay.
Juicy J bought a 4-track recording machine from one of his high school teachers and started creating music without any formal training. For real?
For real.
Really, though?
Yeah. Cost me $100.
Best $100 you ever spent, huh?
Man, I saved that $100. I was saving. I got 20, and I got another 20, and I remember I got another 30, and I was just saving. When I got that $100, man, I was like,
Did you know what to do with it then? Like,
no.
had you seen it? You've seen it before, right?
Yeah,
a beat
yeah.
machine.
Yeah. I know what it was, a 4-track, and it was
Right.
crazy. Like, it was Coach Jefferson. He was a coach teacher. He was a coach, but he would do art. He was two teachers. Like, he was a coach and
Yeah.
and he did art too, like art class. So I was in his art class, but it was Coach Jefferson, and he was like, I know you be rapping and stuff, man. You know, I got a 4-track at the house, and then he showed me a picture of it. I think he had it with him at the time. And I was like, oh, let me use it. He was like,
nah, man.
No, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Give me $100. Like, you know what I'm saying? I sell it to you for $100. So I took it, and I just figured it out. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't know what to do with a 4-track, but you knew that it was something that you needed.
Man, I just, pecked on it, and I created a slob on knob on that 4-track.
Hey, man, that was the next one for real, for false. How old were you or what grade? Now, it says you wrote the song, Slob on My Knob, in the 11th grade.
Yep, 11th grade. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But, you know, and now it makes sense because around, 16, 17, that's some shit we were saying anyway.
Yes. You know, you can tell, yeah.
Yeah. So even though you far away saying slob on my knob, I'm in LA saying it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I say, how I knock down those barricades where it's like, oh man, they say that too. Oh, we say that. You know what I'm saying? So that's
for sure.
11th grade.
Yeah.
Good Lord have mercy. He started wearing shades when he was younger because he had an allergy and his eyes would always be red and puffy.
How'd you know that?
Is it for real?
That's for real. How'd you know that?
I don't know. Natalia wrote that one.
I found out.
Oh, you found out from her. You must.
She's
have
on her Nardwar. You know
must
that
have.
dude Nardwar.
Yeah.
Nardwar.
I investigate. I'm a girl. We investigate. We
Yeah,
can find
man.
out anything.
Wow. That's
Want to
amazing.
know things about an ex? I'll find out.
Right.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's for real?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
When did that start up?
Man, ever since when I was like just 5, 6, 7, 8,
Damn.
you know. And I used to wear shades so much they used to call me Shades.
Right.
real.
Right. At that young age too?
Yeah.
Do you still get it now?
No, man. Honestly, my dad's a preacher, man. He put his hands over me, I swear, and he prayed for me, man, and he went away.
You was probably like, man, Dad, why you didn't pray 5 years ago? You're like, I wanted you to make sure you want the blessing.
Hey, man.
So your dad put his hand on
Yeah.
your head, prayed.
I opened my eyes and prayed for me, and he went away.
Hey, man, I can't say nothing else.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? I
Facts,
can't
for
say
real.
nothing else. All righty now. For real, for false. Juicy J always travels with the Bible.
For real. Yeah.
Do you have one somewhere near you now? Not in the bag, but like in the car, at the hotel, or at the house, or
Yeah, when I not with me right now, I usually keep this Go Yard bag, and it's like my special bag because I keep my special stuff in there. You know?
Right. and you
Especially-
you carry a Bible in there?
Yeah, I carry a Bible in there. Yeah,
Has that always been?
always. Yeah, well, that's just right now. But like back in the day when I was traveling and stuff, I would always carry a Bible with my luggage. In my
Right.
luggage, always.
Right.
Even right today in my luggage. It might not have been in my handbag and nothing like that, but in my luggage, it was always in my luggage.
And why was that? Just because?
It's a good luck charm.
Yeah, I hear you, man. For real,
Yeah.
for false. He apparently will find anyone in 3-6 Mafia if they did too many drugs.
Yes.
For real?
For real. Yeah.
What is too many drugs? Like, hey,
Look.
man, you done did too many now. This,
I mean, like, I never had a problem with people in the group doing drugs.
Right.
I didn't like the cocaine though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That just had people in rages. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do business on cocaine. You know, when you're on that cocaine, y'all know people. Y'all seen
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
It just
yeah.
makes you crazy and stuff like that. But so my thing was, I felt like if you getting high, okay, cool. You popping pills, sipping syrup, all right, cool. Don't do too much of it because when studio time's at 7, and if you don't show up, which
Like it's still a
happened-
business.
happen a lot. A lot of times they wouldn't show up. And just me and Paul at the studio. You know what I'm saying? That's how we did Sipping on Scissors, just me and Paul on it because nobody showed up. We had this time ready. And we was like, yo, where y'all niggas at? Calling niggas, da-da-da-da-da. Nobody showed up. So we was like, all right.
And they miss sipping on some scissor.
Yeah, and then we was like, we put 2 verses on it. And then we was like, we hit up Bun B and Pimp C. And they was like, come down to Atlanta.
Oh.
And we went down there and they put their verses on it. So, but, that's the
History's
only
made.
Yeah, history's made. But that's the only problem that I had. I was like, hey, I used to drink, you know what I'm saying, do what I do or whatever. I never did no cocaine though. But and it's not like I say, it's nothing wrong with that. I don't try to be like, I ain't no bad as dad or nothing, man. Just don't do too much of it where it affects your job. If it starts affecting your job, your family and stuff like that, then maybe you need to get off of it. That's the only thing. That's the only problem I had with the drugs. Because I did what I did, but I didn't never let it. I never was late for You see me here. I'm early.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm standing outside smoking. I'm high as a fool, but I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? It's not affecting my job. You know what I'm saying? I've done Xanax. I've sipped lean and pop perks and Viking and all that old crazy shit. But I guarantee you, it will never stop me from being on time. If it get to a point where I can't be on time for this, I can't wake up, then I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Then I need to go to rehab and get that shit off my back. You know what I'm saying?
Did that stop a lot of when we were begging for reunions and begging for things? Did that come into play as well when you thought about getting back with fully on with 3 6 Mafia, especially when you were moving so well?
At times like that, it popped in my head.
Yeah.
I can't sit and lie to you about that, but actually, I go by the vibes, man. How I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? And, at the time, I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling it getting back on the road. I wasn't really feeling getting back in the studio. It wasn't there because then I was always thinking like, what it's gonna sound like, what it's gonna be like, how it's gonna be accepted, So and actually being real, which I feel like by doing that, it made the brand bigger,
Right.
and which it did because at one time the brand was.
And we've seen things get
Dirt.
forced.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We've
Yes.
seen things get
Yes.
forced, man. Yeah, you got to
Yes.
have an alignment with that.
Yes, and we had that group, we've been through so much together, so it's just like, and as a family as a whole, so I took my time with it. I prayed on it a lot, you know what I'm saying? Even right today, I'm still praying on a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? Just so I can try to get over obstacles in my life, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, life is short, man. It's all about family, friends, and coming together and trying to, whatever issues that's in the past or that ever happened or that never got discussed, just let it go. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So
Hey, man.
that's
And
where-
I know that this sounds like a basic question, but with so much in the rearview mirror as well when it comes to accolades, what's ahead of you? You know what I'm saying? Like because I know that they probably feel like, man, we ain't even seen the best yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we always thought that we've seen the best of Juicy J or the brand, and it becomes more and more. So what's ahead for you?
Man, I can't even discuss it, man, but there's some really big things about to go down, man.
And I believe that, bro.
Really big things, like seriously, yeah.
Because we think about when we say like the Oscars and the awards and the TV shows and the tours, you know what I'm saying? And y'all just had Hollywood where y'all were just like, oh man, they gonna give us a check. Let's go get down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
true,
saying?
true.
Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, so when you see now, I just wonder like, what's that next thing? Because there's always been something. And the one thing with you, Juicy J, man, is that your name continues to hold weight everywhere.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Everywhere,
Thank
bro.
you.
And we see it with like the Pooh Shiesties of the world, the Megan, Megan the Stallion. Like we see these
3
worlds.
Grammys, congrats to Meg, and a bunch of other awards. She winning every time she go to a award show. She keep walking away with at least 2-3 awards.
What is it about Megan that you like working with her? And because you guys have created already so many tracks, but what is it that you like about her?
Man, she cool, man. She just like me, man. She grind, man. She grind like she a boss.
What do we not see when you guys are recording together? What's it like in the studio?
Oh shit, she can take a Douce and turn it up. You know what I'm saying? She can drink a whole Douce like I seen. I was like, whoa. Go in the booth and create some of the, crazy music, man. Like she She hands on, man. She be by the mixing board. Hey, do this right here. Telling the engineer what to do. Like she's really into the.
Do you feel like you have a
boss,
responsibility, or do you enjoy like guiding some of these younger artists as you see them come into the game as well?
Yeah, man. Man, I love giving them advice and stuff like that, man. Free Pooh Shiesty, by the way, man. Free that man.
Yeah,
Free that man. You know what I'm
and that's
saying?
another one when we hear Pooh Shiesty, and that's like people know, but I felt like that dude is really on his way too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like really on his way, you know,
Yeah,
and then we see brothers get caught up, you know, and at one point, man, I'm pretty sure as, you know, an artist, as a person, you had a lot of temptations and a lot of times, bro, where you could have, you know what I'm saying? Like either messed up something or thrown or got caught up on something, you know what I'm saying? And you just happen to, you know, level out on certain things, you know what I'm saying? So I encourage, like I see these younger cats now, I see these younger brothers and sisters, man. I'm like, man, I just want them to live.
Yes.
And I want them to live free. Yeah. And I want them to celebrate like a gray hair or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because this game is, not even this game, this world is cold, bro.
Man, they trying to get all rappers off the street, man. Every time I turn around, I see charges, I be like, man, they Rico acts flying all over the place, man. Like, man, like.
Do you ever get concerned about how big you are? Because the bigger you are, the bigger the target you become.
Yeah. I always thought about that, man. One thing, man, God blessed me with was a second mind. Like some people just go with their first mind, you know, like, all right, shoot him, you know. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a second mind, you know. He actually, you know, I've been in situations where I could have been killed or had I tried to, you know, growing up in Memphis, just be like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's sometimes I think, you know, I'd be like, hey, if I do this.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't think like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't calculate.
That's the way I do
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
Jay, I see the film. I say like, man, this can end a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's been things, I'm pretty sure just growing up that you was like, man, that could have really got me caught up. Even things we got away with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
true.
I always had a head where I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know. And not writing passes, but there's also sometimes you're like, man, okay, you breathing because I'm allowing you to do so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no punk shit over here, but I'm allowing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna throw it all away for you. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But that's
The Hustle still continues. This is the deluxe version of The Hustle Continues. Why did you want to do a deluxe version rather than waiting some time and putting out another album?
I make so many songs. I'm telling you, I got so many songs. It's just like I might do a triple deluxe. You know, I don't know. You know, a trilogy or something. But I just put them on there. It was like 9 songs. I had sitting around. I was like, man, just put these junks on there. You know what I'm saying? The world need to hear them.
And you were saying that we need to look out for
Henry AZ.
He's
on the deluxe. I got a song called "Talking to God." It's a very, very emotional song. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all hear me doing all this strip club and doing this and that. This is a very emotional song. Like I wrote this out of my heart, man. Like it's got some meaning to this one.
Really?
And Henry AZ's on there too, and it's hard.
Where does that come from?
Man, I write what I go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's what I've been doing some new stuff lately and just kind of putting it out because I got a lot of records that don't. It's not about the strip clubs. It's not about how much money I got. It's just about just family and things I went through in my life, and I'm gonna start dropping them, man. I think people need to hear them.
Hey, man, and we had this conversation before, man. Do you ever feel like people don't hear what's going on lyrically sometimes with you too?
Sometimes,
yeah.
Sometimes they like to say every time I go somewhere, you say no to
Yeah.
Juicy J. They never say nothing about like it's always about the slobs on the knobs,
right,
lyrics.
or that quick hook that we found, or no, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
they don't. When I do like a serious record or something, or just something that makes some sense, you know, like I did a record on my album called "Pull Up," and it's got me and ASAP Rocky. I'm talking about dead homies and you know people that pass away. You know, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke, Mac Miller, and just you know people that I knew, people I met. And, you know, and it's a real song. And ASAP Rocky on the second verse is cold, but like a lot of people don't. I don't get a lot of recognition from some
known
songs.
for those records too.
Yeah. You know, they hear them, they be like, "Damn, I didn't know you went like that. You went hard, man." Like, but they be mostly on that other.
But you
like
gotta
that.
be surprised when someone do come up and hit you up about a record that's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I do. I'd be shocked.
Like, oh, you checked.
I'd be like, "What? You really you like that one?" I'd be like, oh, "Okay."
So are you starting to do more shows
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
phones, you know, like I said,
Yeah, they coming up.
Yeah. Well, I had a lot of deposits too. You know what I'm saying? I had people
Damn.
gave me a lot of deposit, then they canceled the shows. Now they're trying to bring the shows back. So we got a 3-6 Mafia tour coming up, possibly with No Limit and Bone Thugs. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to see
You know, we got some shows we doing together. Then we trying to put that together. So we got like a lot of big things, and then I got a lot of solo shows. I got you know, me and Wiz got an album coming out. I'm producing
man.
that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Taylor Gang. Like, it's going to be crazy. Like, we got a song right now called Pop That Trunk. We about to release that. It's
What's that relationship
insane.
with you and Wiz? You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you could deal with anybody. You could take your music anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why that Taylor Gang affiliation?
Man, I love Wiz, man. That's my
Yeah.
brother, man. Wiz is a grinder. When I first met Wiz, man, he just like me. We smoke weed, get high, you know what I'm saying?
And keep your business right.
Yeah.
And
keep your
good
business
people,
right.
too, though.
Yeah, real good people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wiz been 100%. Ever since I met him, man, he's still the same, you know what I'm saying?
But same with you, though.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
always tell people, I say, man, character is what's being said about you when you're not in the room.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And people speak well about you the same way that you just said that about Wiz. He not in the room. It ain't about cameras or microphones being in
Facts,
your
facts,
face. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he a real person, man.
Yeah,
So,
man. But I want to thank you,
Yeah.
bro, for showing up
Hey,
and
man,
coming back into the neighborhood, bro,
this
because
is the fun stuff, man.
man, yeah, I appreciate it though, man. Because like we said, we've been in Zoom. We haven't had people really coming into the neighborhood. People
Yeah.
starting to show back up. So when it came about, and I was like, Juicy J, I was like, hell yeah,
Thank you, man.
man. But
I
now,
love
thank you for
on
being
here,
in the
man.
neighborhood, man. And you'll be back.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
There it is, man.
With my
Y'all
old
just stick
school
around.
camera.
Yeah,
I love this thing.
man. He got. And when I saw him when I was walking down the hallway, he has this old camera. And I'm like, man, how did you find even a cord to charge the battery?
Right? It's
You know what I'm
dope,
saying?
though.
That's one of those when you go to get it fixed, they're like, man, we don't even repair these anymore.
I think I got this off eBay, too.
Right? I ain't mad at you, Juicy J in the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big Boy.
neighborhood.
Shut the